just, I mean, it seemed like it set the table for everything else.
Yeah, I mean, we were better everywhere than we were the game before, and I think that was the goal. And when we're playing well, you know, that's what we look like. We're not giving up much. We're putting pressure on the other team. So, you know, we fixed a lot of things from the previous game, and, you know, now we got to replicate that in game, I guess we're going to 5 now, yeah.
Pete, you look at all the contributions you got tonight. What was it like to get those kinds of contributions, given in that game 3 it seemed a little one-dimensional at times?
Yeah, really proud of our group. I mean, it was a grind out there. You lose Marchment, you know, a couple shifts in, so the bench is short, and then there was, you know, some offsetting penalties. Jamie Benn left for a little bit with a poke to the eye. So again, our bench is short. You know, Miro comes, you know, off the injury table with that bad cut, puts a full mask on, and plays 31 minutes and does what he does. I'm just really proud of some of the efforts and some of the compete of our group. You know, I thought everybody dug in tonight and did a good job.
Pete, you've been around some really great defensemen, and, you know, Miro just talked about how much pride he takes on the defensive end more than anything else. How important is that to get that mindset from your defenseman?
Yeah, I mean, that's what wins this time of year, and your best players have to lead the way. And, you know, Miro, Joe Pavelski, you know, those guys, they never cheat for offense. You know, they're you know, Rupe I would put in that category too. You know, those guys are never going to put their offensive game ahead of their defensive responsibilities. And when your best players, you know, have that mindset, you know, that kind of bleeds through your group.
How about Hanley and Kiviranta both coming in, and then also updates on Marchment and Hockey?
Yeah, well, Marchment didn't return, and Hack was a game time decision. Just couldn't go. Yeah, again, you know, back to the contributions we got. Hanley came out of the stands. Kiviranta came out of the stands. You know, and again, we played with a short bench. You know, Miro played with what he's dealing with. So, you know, there was a lot of stuff going on there that I think, you know, we could have used as an excuse, and we didn't. So, really proud of the group.
Pete, we heard Seattle's take on the goalie interference challenge. I was just wondering what you saw in that play.
You know what? I didn't look at it closely. It looked to me like there was a little bit of a bump. I thought he reset, and then I thought, my perspective, I thought you know, there was a second bump, but he got pushed in on the second one, and it was outside the paint. So I thought it was the right call.
Like, we see players play through stuff all the time. We almost get numb to it. But you shouldn't take it for granted, right? Can you just expand on what it's like for him to come back from that and play 31 minutes?
Yeah. Well, he's an amazing athlete, and, you know, ultra competitive, wants to win, and hard minutes, you know, hard minutes tonight. So, yeah, I mean, what do you say? I mean, he's done it all year for us. He's one of the best in the world at that position, and, you know, he's a warrior. I mean, you know, that's a nasty gash. You know, hasn't been able to eat much. Probably hasn't slept well, and you know, show up and play a game like that. That's pretty impressive.
We've talked about the difficulties or the challenges of just making the transition to playoff hockey, but Thomas Harley seems to be doing it at a pretty good pace. Just what have you seen from him throughout the playoffs? Yeah,
I thought he was excellent tonight. You know, he had like the rest of our group, he had a little bit of an off night in Game 3. You know, we challenged him. Alain Nazardine talked to him, went through some video with him. I loved his response. Again, you know, playoffs is about response, and our group, you know, across the board, including Thomas, had great response tonight.
How'd you feel out there?
Pretty good. Yeah, it was nice to come back. Of course, didn't miss any games, so that's always a good thing.
Could you just rewind the last game, describe the play, how you felt, like the process after the puck hit you?
Yeah, I got shot to the face. I mean, everyone can watch the replay there. I don't think there's not much to describe on that situation. Just unfortunate bounce right to the face, and yeah, that's it.
Jake described it earlier today as having your cheek exploded. Can you give us a little bit of detail? What actually happened? What was the repair like?
Yeah, I mean, a couple stitches to the cheek there, and it's still a little swollen, but it's all right now, and yeah, felt pretty good out there.
You played a lot of minutes tonight. Was that part of the plan, or didn't bother you much to jump right back in like that?
Yeah, it didn't bother me. Felt pretty good there, so it doesn't matter. Felt pretty normal. So yeah, it's always nice thing to get minutes up again and get it going again.
You look at the start you had and how aggressive it was, and then Jamie's goal. Like, I mean, how much of a difference was that from Game 3, where it seemed like it was kind of hard to find that start you wanted?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't play well enough in Game 3 to win the game, so we had to change something, and I think everyone were dialed in tonight, and we had we gave a really good chance to win this game, and Otter were, of course, he was really good again, but yeah, it's. I think we weren't ready to play in Game 3, and tonight was a whole different story, and we were really good at the beginning, and yeah, get the goals and played really well.
You guys held them to only 5 shots in both the first period and the second period. What was working so well defensively to keep them from even getting chances? Yeah,
I mean, I think we worked really hard, and there was always some guy really close to the other guy, and I mean, we didn't, like you say, didn't give much, and yeah, I think it's mostly of them. It's because we worked that hard. They didn't have time to do stuff, and we were always close to them.
There are a lot has been made about your points this year, your offense, but how much pride do you still kind of lean on just your defense and the way that you've been able to play?
Yeah, of course that's. I think my mindset every time I step on the ice, the defense first, and offense comes from that. But yeah, of course I'm defenseman. So I wanna be good at in our zone and wanna play defense well and then jump on the offense. So yeah, it's always first in my mind.
And your defense, how much of that is mental and how much of that is what you're doing with your stick and positioning and all that stuff?
Yeah, I mean, it's both. Of course, a lot of mental stuff as well, but at the same time, try to play a lot of with your stick and take away time and space. But yeah, it's same time both.
Obviously, getting a win tonight to even the series was just about necessary for you guys, but to do it this way, to be as in control of this game as you were, what kind of psychological boost can that be?
Yeah, of course, it's huge. It's like I said, we didn't play well enough to win the third game, and that was a great bounce back from us, and we were really good tonight, and that's what we have to do right now. In the next game, we have to be ready again when the puck drops and be really good 60 minutes.
Just want to paint the picture, like the competitor, and you take the puck, you're getting stitched, and can you hear? Are you following the game? Is there like taking a 5-1 lead?
Yeah, of course I can hear the goal horn, so it's kind of bad feeling when you are laying on the table and can't do much there. But yeah, it's part of the game, and luckily that wasn't too bad and too serious, so I get back on the ice again.
How close were you to coming back in Game 3?
Pretty close. Obviously, I don't know, was it 5-1 or something, so we didn't want to take any risks. So, but yeah, probably if that was a little tighter game, I probably had a chance to come back on that one. But yeah, obviously the result wasn't that tight, so we didn't want to take any risks.
Conversation about making sure that Game 4 you were aggressive and you were consistent with that aggression.
Yeah, I think too, man, we all knew that we didn't play our best last game, and this team doesn't have 2 bad games in a row. We showed that tonight. That's from top to bottom, get everyone going. So absolutely massive win, and just gotta keep going now and take it back to home and hopefully get another 2 points.
Miro comes out and plays 31 plus minutes tonight, 2 nights after he takes that puck to the cheek. What does that say about who he is as a player, who he is as a member of this team?
The guy's ridiculous, honestly. It's incredible what he does out there. That just shows how tough he is too. I think there's something in the water over there in Finland, because these guys are absolute animals, and they come to play every single night, and you have so many of them, so you kind of just take it for granted a little bit, but that showed in flying colors how tough these guys are, and Miro's the spearhead and leader of that.
And then you guys come out and hold them to 5 shots in the first period and the second period. How do you describe the difference he makes to who you guys are?
Yeah, he makes a big difference on both sides of the puck. Obviously, we know what he can do offensively. He's going to make everyone around him better, and he's going to create chances for other guys. And really carry the play and transition the puck really nicely. But at the same time, I mean, he's going against the other team's top lines, top players, and he doesn't give them much out there. So he does it all. And we said it from day one. We all said it, but he's our best player, and he's the backbone of this team, and we're very lucky to have him.
Same with defense. I mean, you see Thomas get the goal tonight. What's it been like to see him not only just come on in these playoffs, but just be another guy who can contribute and sort of, again, spread that wealth in terms of contributions?
Yeah, he's a big body that can skate, and I mean, he's playing with a lot of confidence right now. So confidence is a pretty dangerous thing, and he's playing great. He's stepped into a not an easy role, and he's doing awesome. So massive goal tonight, unbelievable shot. And I know he continues to get better every single night, and a big part of this group.
You're having a hell of a series. What's the key for you individually?
I think, I mean, everyone stepped up a little bit, right? Finding ways to chip in, and it's against a team that obviously they have a lot of speed, and they're going to get chances, but also you're going to get your chances if you play right, and just got to find ways to capitalize. So I thought everyone was great tonight, and we capitalized on those chances when we had them.
In the first period, 5 shots against the It was just a really strong defensive game as a team.
Yeah, I think we all knew we got out battled in Game 3, and we had to come out and correct it. I think we did that.
How did the playoff goal feel?
Awesome. I'd love to say I aimed it, but just tried to shoot it quick as I could, and it went in.
What is kind of the process been like for you? Obviously, it's been a transition, but you know, how have you handled this round?
Just trying to, be myself out there. That's what got me to this level. So I'm not trying to change anything. I'm just trying to play within the system, play within myself, and keep things simple. Try and help the team win.
Everyone talks about time and space. As a defenseman, it's almost your job to take away time and space. But how do you find time and space on the other end as well to make the plays that you do?
Move your feet. I think it's the big thing. Like on my goal, it was a breakout, and I just skated hard up the ice. You do that, you're gonna get rewarded at some point. So you just got to do it and keep doing it.
Obviously, it bounced back obviously, it bounced back like this to tie the series was necessary, but to do it the way you did, to be as in control of the game as you guys were, what kind of psychological boost can that be for the room?
It's huge. I know. We know what we're capable of in this room. We did it last series against Minnesota. We were in the same spot. We came back in Game 4. We got a big win. And, we knew what needed to be done tonight, and we did it.
How much does Miro's presence just restore everything on the back end?
He played 31 minutes tonight. He makes it look so easy out there. Like, I'll be on the bench. He'll do something like, holy crap, like how do you do that? But yeah, no, he's the safety blanket. He is just about everything for us back there, so he's huge.
When you look at your structure tonight, like maybe what for you was the difference in what you did tonight compared to what you guys did in Game 3?
Compete level. We got out competed. We got out battled Game 3, and that was the big thing coming into tonight. Was we cannot let that happen again. Because we deserved Game 3, and I think we out competed them tonight. And we got the win.